Okay, for the homework, video homework 223, I want you to copy all these problems down on a piece of paper and then write the secret 5-word message to prove to me that you listened to this from the beginning to the end. So the first word is black. Black. Alright, so for this first two problems to review, these two have you know the difference between the outside angle and the inside angle. If it's an external angle with nothing next to it, this is equal to these other angles inside the triangle added up. So the way I set that up is x equal to 20 plus 80. X is equal to these two added up. So this outside angle x is equal to 80 plus 20, which is 100. The next problem, the difference is this has x inside of it, inside the triangle. If it's inside, this x and the 80 and 20, all three add up to be 120. So the way I set that up is x plus 20 plus 80 equals 180. And then to solve this one, I'm going to combine like terms to get x plus 100 equal to 180. And then now I could start my inverse operations. Now to isolate this x, subtract 100 on both sides, and that gives me x equals 100. I'm sorry, x equals 80, which it should, because 80 plus 20 plus another 80 gives you 180. So know the difference between the external angle equal to these two added up and an internal angle, which is part of the three angles in a triangle. The second word is flash. Flash. Alright, so keep going on this problem here. The next one are the harder ones that we did today in class, where again you have an external angle, but this time it's written algebraically. This is equal to these two angles inside, but I need to find that angle first. So knowing that this is a straight angle, which means a 180-degree turn, that missing angle has to be whatever it takes to add to 110 to get 180. So the quick easy math, 180 minus 110 gives me 70 degrees. What that angle has to be to add up to 110 to get 180. Now I have everything I need. I have this equal to these two parts added up, just like the previous problem where I had x equal to 80 and 20. This is 4x minus 2 equal to this 2x plus 70. So the same idea, but more algebra, more numbers. So 4x minus 2 equals 2x plus 6 plus 70. To do this problem with variables on both sides, first step, combine like terms, that 6 and that 70. When I do, I get the variables on both sides equation. 4x minus 2 equals 2x plus 76. And again, any variables on both sides, start on the left, get rid of this minus 2. After you add 2 to both sides, go to this side and get rid of 2x by subtracting 2x. And then go back to the left and divide. So the first step, variables on both sides, always start by adding the plain number on the left. Add that 2. Those go away. Bring down the 4x, the equal, the 2x, and then 76 plus 2 is 78. Now the second crucial step, stay on the right side and get rid of the x term by doing the opposite, minus 2x on both sides. Those cancel away. 4x minus 2x is 2x. Bring down your equal, bring down your 78. And now back to the left, I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And that gives me, when those cancel away, x equals 39. But remember, I'm not asking just for x. I want you to take that value for x and plug it into both of these expressions to get the actual angle. So you're going to plug it in here and do the math, and also here. So when I plug that in, I get 2, and where that x used to be, I put in 39. I still have that plus 6. So 2 times 39 on my calculator gives me 78, I believe. Plus that 6 gives me 85 degrees. That's what this angle is right here. 84 degrees. 78 plus 6 is 84. So now do the same thing. Take that 39, but this time I'm going to plug it into the red expression. So where that x used to be, I'm going to plug in for 39. I still have this 4 times. I still have this minus 2. So 4 times 39 gives me, the third word is puppy. Puppy is the third word. So back to this problem here. 4 times 39 is 156. 156 minus 2 gives me 154. So that outside angle has to equal 154. Do a quick check. If I add up these two numbers, they should add up to be 154. So if I get 154 by adding 70 and 84, I know I've done all my work math correctly. So that does equal 154. So I know I am good. All right, the next two problems that lead you into what we're doing next week. For these, same kind of idea, but for these, this is the 180 degree problem. These add up to be 180, but you're doing it algebraically. And then the last one, these three add up to be 180 also. So these three add up to be 180. These two add up to be 180. So to do this top problem, I take that 4x plus 4, and I realize that both these together will equal a straight turn, a 180 degree turn, a supplementary pair of angles. So 4x plus 4 plus 2x plus 2 equals 180 degrees. So to solve this, I'm going to combine like terms, the 4x and the 2x, and that's going to give me 6x. I might write 8x here by mistake, but I think I'm going to fix that. Nope, that is 6x plus, and here's maybe my mistake, plus 6, and I'm going to erase that. That's not plus 6. I'm not plus 8, I'm sorry, that's plus 6 equals 180. And I get that just regular two-step equation by combining the 4x and the 2x to get 6x. Combining 4 and 2 to get 6. Now I've combined all my like terms. It becomes just a two-step equation where I get rid of the number on the left and then I divide. So first step, start on the left, get rid of the plain number, minus 6 on both sides. Bring down the 6x. 180 minus 6 gives me 174, I believe, using my calculator. Divide both sides by 6. The fourth word is down, down. All right, so continue on this problem here. Dividing both sides by 6 gives me x equals 39, I believe. Oh, I'm sorry, 29. So now to find these angles, I'm going to take that 29 and plug it in here and do the math, and also plug it in here and do the math to get those actual angles. So when I do that blue expression, I get 4 times 29 plus 4, and that gives me 116 plus 4, which is 120. So you can see really this should be 120 right here, but don't worry about that. Just do the math. So when I plug in the red one, I get 2 times 29 plus 2, and that gives me 58 plus 2. So that angle is 60 degrees. So those of you looking at this diagram, literally, you know, I should have probably written the 2x plus 2 here and the 4x plus 4 here, because you could see this angle is more. This really should have been the 120 angle, and this should have been the 60. But oh well, let's just go with it. That's what happens after a long week. So now for me to do my check, if I add these two angles up, they should equal 180. And in fact, they do. So 180 equal to 120 plus 60. That check shows that it works. And again, sorry that my diagram didn't really match up literally, but that's okay. Algebraically it did. All right, the last problem is these two, this one, where I add up all three of these and they all three equal 180. So this 2x plus 2 plus a 40 plus my 60, I'm going to change that to blue, plus 40 plus 60, they all three add up to equal 180. So for this problem, I'm going to combine my like terms. And that's going to give me 2x plus that 40 and that 2 and that 60, and that's going to give me 102 equals 180. And then that's a regular two-step equation where I take away 102 on both sides. And that gives me 2x equals 180 minus 102. The last word is water, water, water. All right, so this one gives me 2x equals 78. Divide both sides by 2. And that gives me x equals 39. And of course, that's not the answer for the angle. I take that and plug that in the red expression. So 2 times 39 plus 2 gives me, I believe, 78 plus 2, which is 80. Not 180, just plain old 80. And again, you can see if I check it, if I add all three of these angles, they should equal 180. So 40 plus 60 plus 80 gives me 180. Again, make sure to get full credit. You're writing all of this. Turn this in on Monday. Good luck.